everyone, welcome to Osteoporosis exercises for stronger bones. Today is day 1. So for this course, you want to make sure you have a nice clear space free of any hazards, good shoes, try to avoid any sort of tripping places. You're going to need a chair, access to a wall, and something to lay down on. Now we're going to do that at the very end of the class. So if you want to just go towards if you have a firm mattress at home, you can use that, or if you have a yoga mat, that's perfect, but you won't need it till the very end. Alrighty, like always, feel free to modify the exercises, do what you need to do, stop if anything's painful, listen to your body, and always talk to your doctor to make sure this type of exercise is safe and healthy for you. Alrighty, so let's start off with day 1. So we're going to get into some posture exercises today, as well as balance. So we're going to do a few posture ones standing, then we're going to do a few balance exercises, and we'll end with a cool down. So standing up nice and tall, let's find neutral spine here. So feet about hip width apart, toes facing forward. Just stand there. Soften your knees a little bit, so you don't want to have them locked. You just want to have a nice little soft bend. Place one hand on your pubic bone, one hand on your sternum, and now you're going to stack those hands so they're one over the other. So you can kind of look down, make sure they're stacked. Widen through your collarbone. So imagine you're pointing your shoulder blades east and west, and they're getting longer. So wider. Crown of your head's going to pull tall to the ceiling. Chin is parallel to the floor. We're just slightly tucked a little bit. And then we're going to breathe into our side body. And as you exhale, belly button pulls to spine. Awesome. So there's a slight curve in your lower back here. You're nice and tall, wide through the collarbone, soft bend in your knees. Hips are facing forward. And this is our neutral spine posture. So we want to think about this in everything we do today and for most of our exercises all in the future. So this is really important. It's optimal for breathing. It's the healthiest position to be in while we're exercising to reduce risk of injury. As well, it's just really good for your muscles to recruit and timing and everything, so you can really turn those local stabilizers on, which is the muscles closest towards our spine, so that they're nice and fired up and safe and healthy. Alrighty, so staying in this posture here, let's get into our first exercise for posture. So you can take a seat if you would like and find that spine alignment, or you can stay standing up. And we're just going to do what I call ostrich exercise. So you're going to stay tall, crown of your head's pulling, and then you're going to pull your chin in, almost make a double chin, hold for a second, and then back. In and back. So it's important to keep those shoulders out of your ears as you do this, and we're going to go for 8 to 12 reps. So here we go. It's a small movement, but do your best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do a few more if you'd like. 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. Alrighty. So, when we do that exercise, it's kind of to overcorrect. Some people have a poked neck, and that kind of makes your posture go almost more hunched forward. So that's going to strengthen up these muscles here and kind of bring your shoulders back to the center of your ears so that your earlobes are right over your shoulders. Awesome. All right. So we're going to get into our next exercise here. And this is, again, another really small movement. So staying in that neutral spine, we're going to bring our shoulder blades back and then down, back to neutral. So keep breathing the whole time. Pull them back, down, and then back to normal. So it's very small, but you want to picture your scapula and your shoulders moving back to the wall behind you and then down a little bit. And then you're going to go back. Then you're going to do it again. You're going to bring them back to the wall, suck, 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 pull them down, and then return. So we're going to try and do it 8 times. Small movement, but it's super good to kind of strengthen and open up that chest. So here we go. Back, down, and center. 2, 3, 4. Remember to soften those knees. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can stop anytime you'd like. I'm going to do a few more. 10, 11, and last one. Good job. Shake it out. Awesome. So if you have a mirror at home, try doing some of these posture things in front of your mirror. Maybe look, see if your shoulders are equal, see where your body is, look if you're twisted one way. Just kind of interesting to be aware, and so you can hopefully do things to correct it. Okay, good job. Last but not least for our posture exercises, we're going to open those arms out to the side and kind of create a cactus. So staying nice and wide through the collarbones, arms coming out to the side. Imagine you're stuck to the wall behind you. Even if you'd like, you can even go right towards the wall. That's okay. And then you're going to push them up and then lower down, keeping those arms in that plane. So you want to imagine they're in between 2 panes of glass. You can't tip forward and you can't tip back. You're just in that plane. You're open through your collarbones, open nice and wide. Soft knees, neutral spine, raise up, and then lower down without letting those shoulders hike into your ears. Here we go. Let's go for 8 to 12. So we're going to inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. Good job. Keep those knees soft. You can stop here. You can do a few more. Inhale, side body full of air. Exhale, pull belly button to spine. There's 10, 11, 12. Lower the arms, shake it out. Whew, awesome. Great job. Alrighty, so that concludes our posture exercises for today, and now we're going to get into some balance exercises. So for these exercises, make sure you're nice and close to a chair or something that's sturdy so you are able to use it for support if needed. And you can grab some water right now if you'd like, and let's get started. So we're going to face our chair, turning to the side. You want to stand up with that nice neutral spine, so find your stack, widen, lengthen, chin parallel to the floor. Hold on to the back of your chair to start, just to kind of test out your balance. But we're going to test ourselves. So you're going to stand on one leg and balance. So shift your weight all the way to your left, and then you're going to kick your right leg right behind you. Make sure you're not leaning on your left leg or having them touch. You want it just straight up behind you. Soften the knee a little bit. Look at the ground at something that's not moving. And then if you can, take your hands off of the chair. We're going to do this all together. I'm going to count up for a max of 45 seconds. So we'll do it all at the same time. But here we go, standing nice and tall, and just do your best. If you fall out of it, just look what time it is. Maybe just count in your head, and then just go back in. Keep breathing. Good job. 5 more seconds. That was a lie. We actually have 15 more if you're going to make it to 45. But that was 30 there. And done. All right, how'd you do on the left foot? Check in with yourself. Did you make it 2 seconds? Did you make it 5 seconds? Did you make it the whole 45? Just kind of count in your head how many counts you have, and then we're gonna try and match that on the next side. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. That's totally okay, but let's try the right leg. So again, finding that balance, shifting your weight over to that leg, kicking the left leg now right behind you, standing up nice and tall, and balance. Let's go for 45 seconds again. Counting up in your head to see how far you get. Grab the chair whenever you need. If you come out of it, that's okay. Just come back in. Good job. We have 15 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Awesome. Alrighty. So try and remember what you got for your left and your right. If you can, grab your phone or a piece of paper and just write it down so that at the end of this course, we can go back and compare to see if our balance has improved over the week. So I know for me, I could definitely tell that my left side was better at balancing than my right. Maybe that was the same or different for you. So just anything you noticed about that exercise, write it down. Maybe you could count to 10 in your head, write that down, and then maybe only for 5 on the right side, write that down, and then so you can compare at the end of the week. Alrighty, so now let's get into our actual exercises though for balance. So that was just kind of to test and to start off. Also a good exercise. It challenges your balance, but let's get into tree pose. So for this one, it's really good because there's different levels. If you can only hold it for 5 seconds, it's probably a little bit too hard and you want to modify down. If you can hold it for the whole 30 without any issues, it's probably too easy and you want to make it harder. So I'll show you that gradual modification as we go. So you're going to hold the back of your chair for level 1. You're going to look ahead and you're going to bring your foot just up to your ankle. So I'm kind of turning out my leg a little bit so my knee's going to the side. And my toes are on the ground, but my heel is just right by my ankle on the other leg. You can keep your hands here, you can bring it to your chest, or you can open it up. Option number 2, you can draw that leg a little higher so it's just against your calf muscle there. Holding the chair, hands can come to chest, or you can open your tree. Option number 3, you're going to bring that leg as high as you can, again holding the chair, chest, or tree. So those are our options. We're going to play around with them here and try to challenge yourself, but don't make it too difficult that you can't even stand for 5 seconds because we want to kind of slowly graduate through all the different poses. All right, so you pick what version works best for you, play around with it. Maybe you want to do a different one next time. That's all good, but find that position. I'm going to do this one. And then we're going to go up for 30 seconds. So look at the ground at something that's not moving. And in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Keep breathing. You can kind of push your hands together. That helps a bit. Push your leg into your foot and your foot into your leg. If you come out of it, that's okay. Just shake it out and come back in. And switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay. That was one side. Now you're going to switch. Other leg on the ground. Other foot comes up. Using that chair as much as you need or don't need. Looking at the ground at something that's not moving, engage your core a little bit. And here we go in 3, 2, 1, and we're going to balance. Crown of your head pulling tall. There's a string pulling you up to the ceiling. You're lengthening your spine and decompressing it. 10 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Nice. Shake it out. Good job. All right, so that was tree pose. We did our right and our left, and you can see the different variations in there, so you can kind of switch it up, make it more challenging, less challenging, and make it right for you. So for our next exercise, we're going to do a heel-toe kind of tightrope tandem walk. So we're just going to move our chair to the side, or you're going to make your way towards your wall. And I'm going to show you this exercise. So we're going to stand with our nice neutral spine, good postural alignment, soften the knees a little bit, and then we're going to pick up one foot, place it right in front of your toes on the opposite leg, and walk heel toe. Then you're picking up the back foot, bringing it around, walk heel toe on our imaginary line here. So like an imaginary balance beam or tightrope. You want to be near the wall so you can have it for balance if you need. If you have a railing, that's even better, something that you can really grab onto, or a counter. So if you have an island at home or just along your kitchen counter, that's even better because you can just grab onto it. But anyways, you want to challenge yourself, so try not to use the wall or railing as best you can, but it's there if you need. All right, so we're going to go walking back and forth about 5 times, going heel toe, looking at the floor at something that's not moving. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Turn around when you get to the end of your counter. Remember to breathe. Think about your posture. Crown of your head pulling to the ceiling. Couple more times. Challenge yourself. And the last time. And shake it out. Awesome. Alrighty. Great job. So that concludes our kind of exercise portion of this class. So we worked on our posture today and our balance. The next day, so tomorrow, we're going to be working on resistance exercises for our bone density, as well as balance. But now we're just going to move on to our cool down. So when you're ready, you can make your way to the wall, grab your water, listen to some nice music, and I'll meet you there. Alrighty, so now that we're seated, we're gonna get into our cool down. Reach one arm across your body and gently hug it in. Go to the point of tension, not pain. You should feel a stretch in your upper back and your shoulder region. Keeping your body square to the front, feet flat on the floor, crown of your head pulling to the ceiling. Lengthen that spine. Feel lifted and decompressed through your core. Wiggle those fingers a little bit. And when you're ready, you can gently bring that arm down. We're going to do the other side. So reach the other arm across your body, gently hug it in, wiggle those fingertips. Keeping those shoulders out of your ears, crown of your head pulls to the ceiling. Long, deep breaths here, in through your nose and out through your nose. One more deep breath in. And exhale, you can drop that hand. Alrighty, so now we're gonna move to one side of our chair. So one butt cheek is gonna be on your chair. The other leg is gonna go back almost as if you're kneeling on one knee, but you're still seated on the chair. Hips are square forward. You're gonna grab the chair with the other hand, and you're just gonna ever so slightly, gently kind of tuck your tailbone, pull belly button to spine, just so you start to feel more of a stretch down the front of your leg here and in your hip flexors. So long, deep breaths, just a gentle stretch, point of tension, not pain. And breathe here. Knee is pointing right down to the ground. You're still nice and long through your side body. Both sides are lengthened. Good job. Sending your air to the bottom of your lungs. And when you're ready, you're going to switch sides. So gently scoot your butt to the other side of your chair. Kneel here, grabbing the other side. Gently stretching the front of your leg here. Core is still engaged, pulling belly button to spine. One more deep breath in. And exhale, come back onto your chair. Awesome. Okay, so now for this next stretch, we're going to slowly stand up and we're going to make our way to the wall and we're going to stretch out our pecs. If you don't have a wall at home, you can also use a door frame for this one and just put the palm of your hand on the door frame and turn from there. But we're going to stand up and go to the wall. Make your way there. You're going to take one arm, place it against the wall, kind of same height as your shoulder. Keep your body square right in front of you. Soften those knees, find that stack if you need, and you should feel a stretch right in the front of your arm here in your pec. Might be quite intense, but only go to the point of tension, not pain. If you want to make it harder, you step closer towards the wall, and if it feels too intense, just come out of it. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, you're going to turn around and let's do the other side. So stretching that other arm back in line with your shoulder, squaring off your hips and shoulder in front of you. Don't twist through your body, just the arm going back. One more big deep breath in. And exhale, slowly step away from the wall, bring that arm down, and let's shake it out. Good job. Alrighty, so we have one more move left in our cool down. You want to make your way down to a firm mattress or a mat on the floor or maybe to carpeted area, anywhere where you're comfortable. You can also skip this move completely if you'd like, but we're just going to lay down supine and decompress. When you get up from this exercise, you want to make sure that you do so nice and slowly and just take your time. So when you're ready, I'll meet you on the floor. Alrighty, so now that we're on the ground, I'm just going to take a quick second to talk about kyphosis. So it's normal to have a little, I'm just going to go to the side so you can see good, a little bit of a curvature in your spine. So you're not supposed to be perfectly bored straight up. It's normal to have a little curve, but kyphosis is when you kind of get that very kind of excessive curve. So some people call it like they're hunched over, and you're just kind of looking down. Everything's kind of going downwards, and your back is going back. So as we lay on the floor, we're going to decompress our spine. We're going to lay really long. And depending on how much kyphosis you have, it's really good to have a pillow available to support your neck. So then your body is in alignment. So if you find you have a lot, you're going to need a thicker pillow. If you are just a little bit, you might need just something very small, or if anything at all. I'm going to use a rolled up blanket, but we're just going to make our way onto our back so we can lengthen and decompress our spine for the end of class. Alrighty, so we're going to lay in crook position. Make your way down. I'm going to move my ponytail, head on your pillow, feet are flat on the floor. And now we're just going to find that neutral spine. So drop your tailbone heavy, close those ribs. There might be a slight kind of curve in your lower back. Restore it if you accidentally kind of tucked too much. Just restore it a little bit. It's normal. Widen through your collarbones. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And we're just going to lay here for as long as you'd like. Taking long, deep breaths. So inhale, fill your side body full of air. In through your nose, and exhale, belly button sinks to spine. Engaging that transverse abdominis, your deep core muscle. Inhale. And exhale. Long, slow breaths. Alrighty. Stay lengthened and decompressed here for as long as you would like to. Keep taking those long, deep breaths. Try and aim for about 5 minutes. And then you'll be all done for the day. Alrighty, stay here for as long as you'd like to, aiming for about 5 minutes. I'm going to sit up. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.